Hey everybody, I just wanted to get on really quick to share with you an experience that has happened to me not once but twice. And it was so revealing of how we're living, and if you're a Christian, how other Christians can pick up on each other's spirit. So I work in a call center, and I received a call from a woman, and she said to me, "Ma'am, can I ask you a question? It's a personal question." I said, "Sure." So in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, hopefully it's nothing off the wall. But she says, "Are you a Christian?" I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it." And she said, "We know each other by the Spirit. I have not laid eyes on you. I have not seen you, but I knew that you had a spirit of righteousness. I knew that you were in the family, quote unquote." So that was amazing to me. But to top it off, I also got a call like a week after her. Now, I've been in a period of doubting my faith and just struggling, with my relationship with God. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. That's where I've been. But he's been sending me signs, and he's been sending me, confirmation, through the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, of course, is using these people and using whatever it is to expose to me that, yes, our relationship is still real, and yes, it's still authentic, and yes, it's still ours. He's still my daddy. He'll never leave me nor forsake me. So the next woman that called me a week later, she called me up, and she had an issue with her account, and I thought it was going to be one of those calls where it was kind of going south. But in the middle of the call, she asked me, "What church do you go to?" And I didn't answer right away. I said, "Well, what church do you attend? It looks like you're in Jacksonville." And she said, "I attend Philippians." And I said, "Oh my goodness," because I used to go to Philippians. I went to Philippians when Bishop Callahan and Bishop Virgil Jones were running, the church at the time. And we shared some common people that we knew alike. So long story short, she made a comment, the same, almost the exact same comment as the other woman. She says to me, "I knew you were a Christian." And I said, "How was that?" And then she says, it's just something about your spirit." And she said, "I have not laid eyes on you." Same thing the other lady said, but your spirit. She said, "Think about it. The word says that we are going to know each other by our spirits. We're going to recognize each other." She said, "Just think about if you're in a grocery store, if you're in a store somewhere, and someone says, 'You look so familiar to me.' And then you look at them and you're like, 'Really?' Maybe you don't recognize them, but sometimes you have those occurrences where you do recognize them. I know I've had them where I've seen people, and I'm like, 'You look familiar to me.' And they'll say the same thing to me. They'll be like, 'You look familiar to me.' And the way that she broke it down to me, she said, that's just a spirit of the Christian family. Like, we recognize each other, basically. We know you don't forsake the assembly of the church and the people that are in the church. And it is odd. I don't know if you all have had that experience, but I have always had an experience where I bumped into someone. I've lived here long enough where I know a couple of people, not a lot of people. I've been on several jobs, worked several jobs, so I've had the opportunity to get to know a lot of people. But I've bumped into people and they looked so familiar, but I could not place their name, face, or job. And the way she explained it was, it's because we recognize them on a spiritual realm. We recognize them by their spirit. we recognize the flesh, but it's the spirit speaking to each other. And when she said that, it just made so much sense, because I know that I have literally met people, not even in Jacksonville. I'll go somewhere else if I was still working and doing contracting work and was deployed, and I'll see someone and I'm like, you look so familiar to me. Or someone will come up to me and they'll be like, you look so familiar to me. I can't place it right now. And we'll start naming off places. And it's not those locations. So when she said that, to me, that was confirmation that our spirits recognize each other. We entertain angels. So we have to be careful. And that's what the word says. But I just wanted to drop that seed there to see if anyone else has had that experience, because that was a aha moment. It was a moment where I said, okay, God, I hear you. I'm walking in this, on this road, because to be a Christian is to be Christ-like. And that's what my goal is. And I'll never be Jesus or even close to. I can't emulate anything that he has done in this world. He is the sacrificial lamb, and he is spotless of any sins. So, that was just really interesting. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. So the next time you come across someone and you see them and you're like, dang, I know that person from somewhere. And you approach them and you ask them, hey, have you worked at such and such, or do you go to such and such church? And they say no. Just know that it could potentially be that your spirit recognizes the spirit in them. It's not something that you can see visually, but your spirit man recognizes their spirit man. We know each other. The family of God knows each other. Thank you all. God bless. Have a great weekend. Happy holidays.